All right, as I was coming down from the Tylenol that I took because I was getting my nose pierced at 2+2 at Vancouver Mall, I was in the 11th grade, and I thought, who knew that gluten was actually good for you? I actually knew really well because I had a book called Make Your Own Meat with Gluten. And I was a 15-year-old vegetarian wannabe. So it all started when some friends were like, hey, come over to our house, we're gonna watch some movies tonight. So I had to ask my parents, you know, hey, can I go over to so-and-so's house? And then they had to call, talk to their parents and say, can Adam come over? And they're like, yes, there's a movie night going on tonight, Mr. Arnold, so your son can come over. So I showed up, and we're all sitting around, and our friend puts in a video cassette of this most horrific film I think I have ever seen, and like still to this day, and I'm a horror movie freak. But it was just like, here's this little sweet bunny, and here's the bunny with acid being dropped in its eyes. And this is what happens when you buy cosmetics or when you buy lip balm. And it's just like, it was so, even now, like just seeing like a cow in a stall and like getting its throat slit and like, or its head blown off, or like, and I was just like, I'm gonna be a vegetarian, but I'm afraid that if I become a vegetarian, I'm gonna die. Because my parents always said, you have to eat meat, you will die if you don't. So I had the Bible, Make Your Own Meat with Gluten. And it was basically, get a lump of wheat, add some water, knead it under water until it becomes this gelatinous mass, add cumin and turmeric, and fry it up, and it's 100% protein. So I was like, I can do this. Hey, Dad, guess what? I'm not gonna die. Like, my nose is pierced, I have a beret on, and I'm a pacifist, and I am a vegetarian, and I'm not gonna die. So those years, and so he would try to he would still serve meat, and I would just like, look, like I'm eating it. And we had one of those 50s dinette chairs that had cracked, the seat had cracked, and the stuffing had like started coming out, and I would stuff meat inside of the crack in there. I went to protests at the Rhinelander and would say, I hope you're happy, I hope you're satisfied with your torturous meal of veal, and all that stuff. And my dad was like, don't get thrown in jail. You don't want this on your record, okay? Like, you're 15. And I'm like, nobody takes a 15-year-old to jail. Well, I didn't go to jail, but like, I used to go to Nordstrom, and I would put like little signs that I made that said, the original owner of this fur coat died in it, and put it in the pockets. I had a French substitute teacher in my French class named Madame Thomas de Oklahoma. And I was fasting to cleanse my body before I became a vegetarian, and I said, I need to use the restroom because I'm only drinking water because I'm on a fast because I'm making my body a temple, and she was just like, why? And I said, because I don't believe in eating animals, and I said, and make not your stomach the grave of animals. That was like my big thing to her. But it went on, and I was like needing more gluten and eating more gluten, and I realized I wasn't gonna die. And then I was a vegetarian for, I would say, 22 years of my life after that. And one day I was in a yoga class, which is like one of the things I was doing then at that time. And at the same time, but anyway, so I was like revisiting that, and I'm sitting there, and I start feeling really aggressive in this yoga class, and which is weird, because you're supposed to be peaceful and harmonious, and afterwards, everyone was sharing with everyone so what did you come from this experience, this yoga experience? And this woman was like, I feel bliss, and I feel like pure oneness. And then somebody else says, I feel very loving. And I really felt once I walked out, if I saw a dog on the street, I was gonna kick it in the face. It was it came out of total nowhere. I was like, if there's a dog chained up outside, I'm gonna kick it in the face. And I'm just like, why? What? This is so weird. And I hadn't eaten any meat up until this point, but I was craving ham, turkey, pastrami melt. And went to Sheridan's Market and ordered a hot one of those bitches up. And I ate the whole thing, and it was really incredible. So I kind of came full circle. I don't eat meat every week, but I was a vegetarian, and I love gluten. Thank you.